Hey, what's up everyone? Today's topic is about the women who have made their mark in the world of wealth. We're talking about the richest women who have gotten their money through marriage and simply being wives. Crazy, I know, but it's not as simple as it sounds. You see, these ladies have not only shattered the glass ceiling, but have set new benchmarks for women entrepreneurs. But who are these women, and what makes them stand out from the rest? Stay tuned to find out. At number 1, Julia Koch. Julia Koch is an American socialite and philanthropist who is one of the wealthiest women in the world. She inherited her fortune from her late husband, David Koch, who passed away in August 2019. As of August 2022, Forbes estimated her and her family's net worth at $57.9 billion. With that much wealth, it's no surprise that Julia Koch is known for owning some luxurious assets. For example, she has an $18.8 million mansion in the Hamptons with 7 bedrooms, a tennis court, and a seaside pool. Additionally, in June 2022, she reportedly bought an 8-acre estate in the Hamptons for slightly below the asking price of $75 million. Aside from her luxurious assets, Julia Koch is also known for her philanthropy. She is a prominent donor to various causes, particularly in the fields of science and medicine. She currently serves on the boards of Koch Industries and the Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. At number 2, the billionaire physician Miriam Adelson. Miriam Adelson is a billionaire physician and philanthropist who is widely known for her involvement in conservative political causes in the United States and Israel. She is the widow of Sheldon Adelson, the former CEO and chairman of casino company Las Vegas Sands, who passed away in 2021 at the age of 87. Following Sheldon Adelson's death, Miriam Adelson inherited more than half of the Las Vegas Sands company, controlling 43.3% of the company's shares. With a net worth of $36.1 billion, she is one of the richest people in the world and the 5th richest woman in the world. The Adelsons donated to the Donald Trump 2016 presidential campaign, his presidential inauguration, his defense fund against the Mueller investigation, and were major donors to the Republican Party. As a philanthropist, Miriam Adelson has donated millions to medical research and has been involved in a number of charitable causes. In 2000, the couple opened the Dr. Miriam and Sheldon G. Adelson Research Clinic in Las Vegas. She is also known for her love of luxury assets. For instance, Miriam and Sheldon owned a $70 million private jet, a $35 million mansion in Malibu, California, and a $30 million home in Las Vegas. In addition, they owned a number of luxury cars and yachts. Miriam Adelson is a highly influential and wealthy figure with strong political and philanthropic interests. She inherited a significant portion of her late husband's business empire and has used her wealth to support a variety of causes and live a luxurious lifestyle. Number 3. Rafaela Aponte Diamant, the shipping tycoon. Rafaela Aponte Diamant is a Swiss billionaire and entrepreneur who is best known as the co-founder of the Mediterranean Shipping Company, MSC, with her husband, Gianluigi Aponte. Forbes estimates her net worth to be $31.2 billion, which is up from $8.4 billion in 2022, making her one of the richest self-made women in the world. As mentioned, Rafaela co-founded MSC with her husband in 1970, and today the company is the world's largest shipping line. The company owns some of the world's largest container ships, including the MSC Ambra and the MSC Gülsen. MSC also owns a string of luxury cruise liners, which includes the MSC Seaside and the MSC Meraviglia, among others. In terms of assets, Rafaela and her husband own a 50% stake in MSC each, which has contributed significantly to their massive wealth. In addition to their shipping empire, the couple also owns a yacht named Amo, which reportedly cost $150 million and is over 130 meters long. The yacht features amenities such as a swimming pool, gym, and spa, among others. 4. Mackenzie Scott, the novelist and philanthropist. Mackenzie Scott is an American novelist and philanthropist who gained significant public attention for her philanthropic efforts after her divorce from Amazon founder Jeff Bezos in 2019. She currently has a net worth of $27 billion due to her 4% stake in Amazon, making her the third wealthiest woman in the United States and the 35th wealthiest individual in the world. Scott has been very active in philanthropy in recent years, donating billions of dollars to various organizations that focus on issues such as racial equality, LGBTQ rights, climate change, and economic mobility. In 2020 alone, she gave away nearly $6 billion to 500 organizations. As for her personal life and assets, she has never been much of a public person, as she keeps her life private on the luxurious assets she may own, or her personal life beyond her philanthropic efforts. However, it is known that Scott is a published author, having written 2 well-regarded novels under the name Mackenzie Bezos. She has recently filed for divorce from her second husband, Dan Jewett, less than 2 years after their marriage in March 2021. At 5, we have Iris Fontbona, the Chilean mining industrialist. Iris Fontbona is a Chilean mining industrialist and the 10th wealthiest woman in the world, according to Forbes Real Data published on March 5, 2021. Can you believe that? Her mining assets fortune is estimated to be around Rs 102550.28 crore, and she also shares a total of $15.5 billion, Rs 115209.87 crore, with the rest of her family. This makes her the 4th richest in her family. Iris Fontbona is a very successful businesswoman in the mining industry, and she has earned her wealth through various investments and ventures. She is the widow of Andronico Luksic, who founded the mining company Antofagasta plc. After his death in 2005, Iris Fontbona and her family took over the business and expanded it even further, making them one of the wealthiest families in Chile. Now, let's talk about the luxurious assets that Iris Fontbona owns. As a billionaire, it's no surprise that she has some of the most extravagant things in the world. However, it's not just material things that make her rich. It's also her investments in different companies that have contributed to her massive fortune. Some of the luxurious assets that she owns include a $20 million mansion in Los Angeles, a private jet, and a yacht named Andronikos. Her success story is truly inspirational, and we can all learn a thing or two from her. 6. Savitri Jindal, chairperson of a steel and power conglomerate. Savitri Jindal is a prominent Indian businesswoman and philanthropist. She was born on March 20, 1950, in Tinsukia, Assam. Jindal is the chairperson emeritus of the O.P. Jindal Group, a steel and power conglomerate that her late husband, O.P. Jindal, founded in 1952. She was married to O.P. Jindal in the 1970s and has 9 children. She took over the company after her husband's death in a helicopter crash in 2005. Jindal is also a prominent philanthropist and has contributed to the public work her husband started. She serves as the president of Agroha's Maharaja Agrasen Medical College and has supported the establishment of various educational institutions and hospitals across India. She was conferred with the Acharya Tulsi Kartritva Puraskar in 2008 by Akhil Bharatiya Terapanth Mahila Mandal for her philanthropic work. According to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, as of July 2022, Savitri Jindal is the richest woman in Asia with a net worth of $11.3 billion. Jindal's net worth has seen a roller coaster ride in recent years, from $8.8 billion in 2018 to $4.8 billion in 2020 and then to $17.7 billion in 2022. Despite the fluctuations, she remains one of India's richest women, ranking 16th in 2016 and the 7th richest person in India in 2022, according to Forbes. At number 7, we have Vicky Safra, the Greek-born billionaire. She is a Greek citizen who is one of the wealthiest women on the planet. Vicky Safra is a Greek-born billionaire and philanthropist and member of the Safra family. She was born Vicky Sarfati on July 1, 1952, to Fortuné née Eskenazi and Alberto El Safardi. In 1969, she married Joseph Safra, the world's richest banker, who died in December 2020. Vicky Safra and her 4 adult children inherited their fortune from her late husband, who was a banker. She is now the guardian of the vast Safra fortune, built over 180 years, across 3 generations and 4 continents, making her one of the wealthiest women on the planet. She is the head of the philanthropic foundation, Vicky and Joseph Safra Philanthropic Foundation. Vicky's net worth is estimated to be in the billions of dollars, around $17 billion. She is said to own several luxurious assets, including multiple homes and an exclusive art collection. Vicky and her family are known to be philanthropic, donating to various causes and charities, particularly in in Israel. 8. Renata Kelnerova, a Czech entrepreneur. Renata Kelnerova is a Czech entrepreneur and philanthropist, and the widow of Peter Kellner, the founder of PPF Group and former richest person in the Czech Republic. Renata was born on July 4, 1967, and is 55 years old as of 2023. Renata and her family control PPF Group, an Amsterdam-based investment house with more than 40 billion euros, or $47.8 billion, in assets. The group's investments include banking, telecommunications, real estate, and insurance. Renata was married to Peter Kellner, with whom she had 3 daughters. Peter Kellner was previously married to Iva Kelnerova and had a son with her. Peter and Renata founded the Kellner Family Foundation in 2009, which provides grants to students and supports cultural, educational, and health projects in the Czech Republic. In addition to her philanthropic work, Renata has a professional history in the pharmaceutical industry as an experienced medical and compliance manager, leading teams. She is also the founder and chairperson of the board of the Kellner Family Foundation. Renata's husband, Peter Kellner, died in a helicopter crash in Alaska during a heli-skiing trip in March 2021 at the age of 56. Number 9. Kwok Siu-hing, the Chinese businesswoman. Kwok Siu-hing, also known as Kwok Siu-hing, is a Chinese businesswoman and the matriarch of the Kwok family. She was born on December 2, 1929, in Guangzhou, China, and moved to Hong Kong in 1947, where she married Kwok Tak-seng, the founder of Sung Hung Kai, a property development conglomerate. After her husband passed away in 1990, Kwok became the controlling shareholder of Sung Hung Kai Properties, the largest property developer in Hong Kong as of 2019. As of 2023, Kwok Siu-hing is estimated to have a net worth of $16.4 billion. Her fortune comes from her ownership of a substantial portion of Sung Hung Kai Properties shares through a family trust, making her the largest shareholder of the company. Kwok's wealth has allowed her to lead a luxurious lifestyle and acquire various high-end assets, including multiple properties and a private jet. Kwok's role in the Sung Hung Kai Properties has been significant, and she served as the company's chairman from 2008 to 2011. She continues to be an influential figure in the company, and her family members hold prominent positions within the organization. 10. Laurene Powell Jobs, founder of Emerson Collective. Laurene Powell Jobs is an American billionaire businesswoman, philanthropist, and executive. She was born on November 6, 1963, in West Milford, New Jersey. Laurene is the founder and chair of Emerson Collective and XQ Institute, and she manages the Steve Jobs Trust. She inherited her fortune mostly through shares of Walt Disney and Apple from her late husband, Apple co-founder Steve Jobs, who passed away in 2011. Laurene Powell Jobs has been recognized as one of the most influential people in the world and a modern-day Emerson. She has been actively involved in various philanthropic ventures through her organization, Emerson Collective, which creates opportunities and develops innovative solutions to spur change in education, the environment, immigration, and health equity. Her commitment to renewing America's calcified social has made her a major donor to Democratic Party politicians. Laurene Powell Jobs met Steve Jobs in 1989 during his lecture at Stanford Business School, where she was a new MBA student. The two connected instantly and ended up having dinner together that night. On March 18, 1991, they got married at the Ahwahnee Hotel. Since Steve Jobs' death in 2011, Laurene Powell Jobs has been keeping busy with her philanthropic work as the founder of the Emerson Collective. Laurene Powell Jobs is a prominent figure in the business world and philanthropic communities. She is the widow of Steve Jobs and manages the Steve Jobs Trust. Through her organization, Emerson Collective, she has been actively involved in various philanthropic ventures in critical areas, including education, immigration, and climate, with a goal of renewing America's calcified social. 11. Elisabeth Mohn, German billionaire businesswoman. Elisabeth Liz Mohn is a German billionaire businesswoman and philanthropist. She was born on June 21, 1949, in Gütersloh, Germany, and is the widow of Reinhard Mohn, who represented the fifth family generation in Bertelsmann. Liz Mohn's family has run the media conglomerate Bertelsmann for 5 generations, with Karl Bertelsmann being the founder of what is now Europe's largest media company. Until 2021, she was the chairwoman of the steering committee of the Bertelsmann Verwaltungsgesellschaft and remains a committee member to this day. Mohn is also a member of the governance bodies at Bertelsmann. Mohn's net worth is estimated at $4.1 billion, which she shares with her family. Mohn and her children possess 19% of the German media company Bertelsmann. In addition to her business involvement, Mohn is known for her philanthropic work. She is the president of the Bertelsmann Foundation, and her daughter Brigitte serves as chairwoman of its board of trustees. Mohn has been recognized numerous times times for her social engagement. For 12, we have Melinda Gates. No further introductions needed. Melinda Gates, born Melinda Ann French on August 15, 1964, is an American businesswoman, philanthropist, and author. She was formerly a multimedia product developer and manager at Microsoft, and is the ex-wife of its co-founder, billionaire Bill Gates. Melinda Gates consistently ranks as one of the world's most powerful women by Forbes magazine. In 2000, she and her then-husband Bill Gates co-founded the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the world's largest private charitable organization as of 2015. Melinda Gates is an advocate for women's equality and the author of the best-selling book The Moment of Lift, in which she introduces readers to inspiring women she has met during her work and travels around the world, and shares her own journey to becoming an advocate for women and girls. Melinda Gates became a billionaire from her divorce from Bill Gates. According to Forbes, Bill Gates' investment vehicle, Cascade Investment, transferred nearly $2.4 billion in securities to Melinda on May 3, 2021, the same day the couple announced their divorce. This transfer made Melinda a billionaire. Additionally, according to USA Today, Melinda Gates became a billionaire after receiving this stock transfer from Bill Gates' investment firm. At 13, Elaine Farrell Wynn of the Wynn Resorts. Elaine Farrell Wynn is an American billionaire businesswoman, philanthropist, and art collector. She is well known for co-founding Mirage Resorts and Wynn Resorts with her former husband, Steve Wynn. Elaine Wynn is often referred to as the Queen of Las Vegas due to her significant contributions to the development of the city's gaming industry. Aside from her business ventures, Elaine Wynn has been actively involved in philanthropic work. She is the chairman of the board of the Elaine P. Wynn and Family Foundation, which focuses on education and children's welfare. Wynn has also been a supporter of the visual arts and performing arts. In 2018, Elaine Wynn became the largest individual shareholder of publicly traded Wynn Resorts after her ex-husband Steve Wynn stepped down as CEO amid sexual misconduct allegations. Elaine Wynn did become a billionaire after her divorce from ex-husband Steve Wynn. In their first divorce in 1986, she reportedly received a $741 million settlement. In their second divorce in 2010, they reportedly divided their personal art collection, and she was transferred 11 million shares from Wynn Resorts, valued at $795 million at the time. In addition, they agreed to evenly split their stake in Wynn Resorts, and Steve Wynn agreed to always vote for her to sit on the board. 14. Sue Gross, ex-wife of billionaire Bond King. Sue Gross is the ex-wife of billionaire bond king Bill Gross. She was born in February 1950 in Phoenix, Arizona. Sue Gross is an American billionaire philanthropist and was formerly the president of the William and Sue Gross Foundation, before creating the Sue J. Gross Foundation in 2017. Her net worth is estimated at $1.3 billion. The couple divorced in 2017 after 32 years of marriage. In the divorce settlement, Gross received roughly $1.3 billion, including a $36 million house in Laguna Beach and half of the couple's art collection. There have been several controversies related to their divorce, including accusations of revenge and ugliness that threatened their charity work, and a dispute over a fake Picasso painting. For number 15, Sue Ann Arnall, ex-wife of Oklahoma oil tycoon. Sue Ann Arnall is a well-known philanthropist and energy industry veteran based in Oklahoma, USA. She founded the Arnall Family Foundation in 2015, which aims to support initiatives that help families and individuals in need. Before her work in philanthropy, Arnall had a successful career in the energy industry, where she managed natural gas and oil marketing departments and pioneered numerous transportation opportunities and exchange agreements with major U.S. pipelines, trucking companies, railroads, and refineries. She also managed commodity futures trading during her 20-year career in the field. Arnall is also known for her generous donations to charitable causes, including a large gift to the University of Tulsa, her alma mater, to support racial diversity in higher education. In 2021, Arnall's foundation made headlines for its $85 million donation towards criminal justice reform and child welfare initiatives in Oklahoma. Sue Ann Arnall was in the news for her high-profile divorce case with Oklahoma oil magnate Harold Hamm. The divorce settlement resulted in Arnall receiving a $974.8 million personal check from Hamm, which she eventually cashed after a lengthy legal battle. Sue Ann Arnall became a billionaire from her divorce settlement with her ex-husband, Harold Hamm, an Oklahoma oil tycoon. She initially received a check for $975 million in 2015, which she later cashed, despite her intentions to appeal the settlement and pursue a larger payout. Her lawyers planned to argue that her stake in the marital wealth was worth closer to $3 billion. Number 16. Jocelyn Wildenstein, the cosmetic addict. Jocelyn Wildenstein is a Swiss-American socialite who gained notoriety for her extensive cosmetic surgery, which has given her a distinctive cat-like appearance. She was born Jocelyn Parisset on August 5, 1940, in Switzerland. Jocelyn married Alec Wildenstein, a billionaire art dealer and businessman, in 1978, and they have had 2 children together. However, their high-profile divorce in 1999 earned her one of the highest divorce settlements in history, worth $2.5 billion. In addition to her divorce settlement, Wildenstein is also known for her extravagant lifestyle, which ultimately led to her bankruptcy filing in 2018. Despite her financial troubles, Wildenstein has remained in the public eye and has even gained a new following in recent years after sharing age-defying photos on social media that have garnered praise for her appearance. 17. Slavica Ecclestone, ex-wife of former Formula One CEO. Slavica Ecclestone, born Slavica Radic, is a Croatian former fashion model who rose to fame as the ex-wife of the former Formula One CEO, Bernie Ecclestone. She began her career in modeling at a young age and worked for various clients, including designer Armani. It was during a Formula One promotional event for Armani at the 1982 Italian Grand Prix in Monza where she met Bernie Ecclestone, who was 28 years her senior. They eventually married and had 2 daughters together. Slavica Ecclestone has also endorsed various big brands and is one of the top models of her time. She is currently 64 years old, born on June 2, 1958. Slavica Ecclestone became a billionaire from her divorce from her former husband, Bernie Ecclestone. The divorce was filed in November 2008 and granted on March 11, 2009. Slavica Ecclestone received an estimated £740 million from the divorce settlement. She was ranked 194 in the Sunday Times Rich list after the settlement. Furthermore, since the divorce in 2009, Bernie Ecclestone has been receiving £90 million, approximately $118 million a year, from Slavica Ecclestone's trust fund. At 18, Johanna Quandt, third wife and widow of industrialist Herbert Quandt. Johanna Quandt was the third wife and widow of industrialist Herbert Quandt, who rescued BMW from bankruptcy. She was one of the wealthiest women in Germany, with an estimated net worth of $11.8 billion at the time of her death in 2015. She married Herbert in 1960 and had 2 children with him, Stefan Quandt and Suzanne Klatten. After Herbert's death in 1982, Johanna became a major shareholder in BMW and sat on its supervisory board until she retired in 1997. She owned more than 16% of BMW at the time of her death. Both of Johanna's children, Stefan Quandt and Suzanne Klatten, are also substantial shareholders in BMW and sit on its supervisory board. Suzanne Klatten, in particular, is the richest woman in Germany, with a net worth of $31.6 billion. As of 2023, Johanna Quandt was the 8th richest person in Germany at the time of her death in 2015, and the 77th richest person in the world, with an estimated net worth of $11.8 billion. 19. Carrie Perraudot, Hong Kong-born billionaire heiress. Carrie Perraudot is a Hong Kong-born French billionaire heiress and businesswoman. She is the owner of the oil group Perenco, which was founded by her late husband, Hubert Perraudot. Perenco is one of the world's largest family-owned oil companies, with operations in Gabon, Peru, Vietnam, and other countries. Hubert Perraudot died in 2006 while hiking in the Alps, and Carrie inherited the company. Carrie Perraudot was a top model in the 1970s and launched her own modeling agency, Carrie's Models. She was born Ka Yi Carrie Wong in Hong Kong and later moved to Singapore to pursue a modeling career. After her marriage to Hubert Perraudot, she became Carrie Perraudot. She inherited Perenco when her husband passed away in 2006. Carrie Perraudot's son, Francois Perraudot, is the chairman of Perenco. As of 2023, Carrie Perraudot's net worth is estimated to be $9.4 billion. Hubert Perraudot was also known for being a wine lover, and he purchased the Bordeaux vineyards before his death. 20. Margarita Louis-Dreyfus of Louis-Dreyfus Group. Margarita Louis-Dreyfus is a Russian-born Swiss billionaire businesswoman and the chairperson of the Louis-Dreyfus Group. She was born Margarita Bogdanova on July 1, 1962, in Leningrad, now St. Petersburg, Russia. Tragically, her parents died in a train accident when she was 7 years old, and she was raised by her grandfather, a chemical engineer, who later became the majority shareholder of the Louis-Dreyfus Group. She moved to Switzerland at the age of 18, where she worked as a translator, and eventually met and married Robert Louis-Dreyfus. Margarita met her husband on a plane from Zurich to New York in 1988 and married him in 1992. They had 2 children together, and it was the second marriage for both of them. Margarita Louis-Dreyfus inherited Louis-Dreyfus Commodities, a French commodities giant, from her husband Robert when he died in 2009. Robert's death left her with a 69.6% stake in the Louis-Dreyfus Group, a commodities trading agency. After taking over the company, she sold its energy trading business in 2012. She also reportedly pledged these shares to take out a $1 billion loan in 2013. Louis-Dreyfus Commodities is responsible for trading 70 million tons of agricultural goods each year and employs 30,000 people. Margarita is also known as Tsarina, and as of 2016, she had a net worth of $9.5 billion and was one of the richest women in the world. Margarita Louis-Dreyfus is a Swiss citizen living in Zurich with her 3 sons, Eric, born in 1992, Maurice and Kirill, born in 1997. Aside from Louis-Dreyfus Commodities, Margarita is also the owner of the French Ligue 1 soccer club, Olympique de Marseille. At last, 21, Christy Walton, wife of the late John Walton of Walmart. Christy Walton is a woman who inherited a significant portion of the Walmart fortune when her husband, John Walton, passed away in a plane crash in 2005. Her net worth was estimated to be $41.7 billion in 2015, which made her one of the richest women in the world. Christy Walton is known for her significant philanthropic efforts, including her support for educational initiatives and healthcare in developing countries. She has been recognized for her charitable contributions and was named one of the world's most powerful women by Forbes magazine in 2016. As for Christy Walton's assets, she owns several luxurious properties around the world. In 2015, she purchased a 6-bedroom apartment in New York City for $25 million. Additionally, she reportedly owns a sprawling estate in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, which she purchased for $12.5 million in 2009. She also owns a vineyard in California and a home in Mexico's Punta Mita resort community. While Christy Walton is certainly wealthy, she is also known for her charitable contributions and dedication to philanthropy. She has used her wealth to support educational initiatives and healthcare in developing countries, making a significant impact in the lives of many people around the world. So, what did you think about the richest women in the world that got their wealth through being wives? Do you want to know more about them and their success stories? Click on the card to discover more captivating content on this topic.